So you've got yourself a DSLR camera and a nice telescope, and you're planning on taking some pictures of the night sky using the camera through the telescope. And you're wondering to yourself, how do I do that? Well, hopefully this video will show you just how. So instead of a telescope, you could just use a long lens on your standard DSLR. In this case, this is a 300mm, 75 300mm lens on a Canon EOS 7D. Um, and it takes reasonable pictures of the moon and of stars and that sort of thing. But it's not really up to taking good quality pictures that you would get through a telescope. As you're probably aware, there are loads of different types of telescope and lots of different types of DSLR camera. For the purpose of this video, we are going to assume that the telescope has removable, changeable eyepieces, and that the focusing mechanism is either of the 1.25, i.e. an inch and a quarter type, or it is a 2-inch type focuser. For the DSLR, we're going to assume that the lenses can be removed from the camera and that a adapter is available. So let's consider the telescopes that most first time amateurs would likely use. So these tend to be reflecting telescopes, which have mirrors and you look down the side of them, or refracting telescopes, which have lenses and you look through them one end to the other. So what is this adapter we spoke of earlier in the video? Well, this is a device that sits between your camera and your telescope, and part of it is a ring called a T-ring. Now, it consists of an internal thread on one face, if you like, and a machined area on the other face that interfaces with your camera. Now, you have to buy the right type for your camera, and these are available for Canon cameras of various types: Nikon, Olympus, Pentax, Sony, Motorola, Fuji, all sorts of cameras. The other part, the other threaded size, will depend greatly on whether you have an inch and a quarter or a 2-inch focuser. As you can see from this photograph, T-rings aren't that expensive, but you need to buy the right one, as we said. So what you're going to make sure is that the machined side interfaces, interlocks with your camera. So you need to buy the right one for your camera. And as you can see, you choose one from the list. £15, not too expensive. The other side, however, won't fit at this stage straight onto your telescope. You need to buy another adapter, and that looks like this. So this extra item, in this case, is called a 2-inch focus extension T adapter. Bit of a mouthful, but only 20 quid thereabouts. What it is a tube with a threaded end, one end, and that screws into your T-ring adapter. So that thread on here should match the thread on your T-ring adapter. And the other end is sized to fit into your, in this case, 2-inch focuser. And what this device does, it takes up the distance that was made by the diagonal that you had removed. So in the case of this arrangement, it's what we do is we screw in this extension T adapter into our T-ring adapter, and then we mount that assembly onto your camera as you would any other lens. You are then able to mount the camera, the T adapter, and the focus extension T adapter into your focuser of your telescope. The process for reflecting telescopes, where you look in the side of the telescope and it uses mirrors, is similar, except that reflecting telescopes don't necessarily utilize the right angle diagonal piece of glass for viewing. In this case, the adapter that we connect into the T adapter tends to be much shorter, but the process is still the same. You screw the shorter adapter into your T adapter, connect the T adapter and adapter assembly onto your camera, and affix to the focuser of your reflecting telescope. Some telescopes, such as this solar telescope, require the diagonal eyepiece to be left in place as part of the solar viewing equipment. In this case, for this telescope, it is possible to screw the T adapter directly onto the 1.25" eyepiece, and no need for the extender piece at all in this case. So that concludes this video to tell you how you connect your camera to your telescope, and I hope it explains it well enough. Please provide feedback if it wasn't clear enough, and we'll redo it again so it is clear. There will be another video about getting focus once you've mounted it and what you can do to aid that. So look forward to another video in not too distant future explaining getting focus with your DSLR camera on your telescope. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.